and something you can learn from. Just imagine losing your job after months of diligent, faithful service. Imagine walking away in tears. Then imagine also and discovering that the same people who fired you were planning secret murder. What happened next shocked the entire neighborhood. Stay with me until the end because this story proves that honesty pays and it can change a destiny forever. Here is Sarah's story. Sarah is a young, beautiful Nigerian lady in her middle age. She graduated with honors in business administration from a Nigerian university. She had work in a very big company, but due to the economic crunch in the country, Nigeria, she happened to be one of the few that were laid off because the company was just struggling to maintain the business to make it afloat. So Sarah happened to be one of the few that were laid off. And what happened next? She lost her husband due to illness, and she had two children, a boy and a girl. The boy 7 years old, the girl 5 years old. So here is she as a widow. So she had to be looking for a job. So on the job market, she was able to get a housekeeping job with a wealthy family in a neighborhood that is not too far from them. And she went for the interview. She got it through an agency. She went for the interview and she was given the job. And she started very well, housekeeping. And her work schedule, very interesting. She had to take care of the cooking, the cleaning, the washing, basically the whole house, the work the lady of the house should be doing. And what happened? The lady of the house, Mrs. Ademola, Kate Ademola, could not have a baby yet because they have been having challenge, and she was given medical advice that she had to reduce the stress level to the barest minimum. Thus, because her husband's business happens to be going well, so she now stay at home so that she could have rest for her system because they consider it very paramount so that nothing will tamper with her conception next time she's able to conceive. Thus, to reduce her stress at home, they want somebody that is good, somebody that is educated, enlightened, well mannered, that can help to take care of the home. That's why Mrs. Sarah came well qualified, being a graduate, being a mother herself, and being modest, being responsible. After the interview, she was selected. So she started working with him. And the house happens to be well equipped with every modern equipment. So doing her work was not that difficult. She just need to do time sharing. We have washing machine, the washing area, and the washing machine can wash and spin and dry. Then they have somebody that comes on weekends to do the ironing for the family. So they're cooking, they have very up-to-date cooking equipment, deep fryer, just name them, microwave oven, blender, everything available. Hoover for the rugs, everything. So our job was made easy. All she needs is time sharing. So, however, for reasons best known to her, Mrs. Kate Ademola, after some few weeks, started to pick on Sarah, criticizing every step she took, what she did. But Sarah took it all with good spirit, knowing that she needed the money, and she was able to take care of every part of the shelter given to her. With the training in home economics and food and nutrition in her high school days, and training from her mom, so cooking was not a challenge for her. And the washing, so everything. So whatever Mrs. Ademola would say, she would take it and just say, sorry, ma, went along with it. Then one particular morning, after more than 6 months she'd been working with him, she used to ride to work on a bicycle. A sports car just drove into a puddle of water on the road and splashed her from head to toe. And she even fell because the splash of water just came like a deluge. So she lost her balance, but thank God she didn't sustain any major injury. And passers-by came quickly to her aid. However, the driver of the sport car just stopped briefly and mocked at her. Why didn't you try to get a bus? Why did you board the bus or get a cab? Why must you be riding on the road like this? He didn't apologize. Instead, he just blasted her for riding. Well, she got up with the help of the people around, but she got late to work. Ideally, she should report by 7:30 in the morning. She got there by 7:45, and Mrs. Kesademola was very furious. Blasting her, is this time you should be reporting to work? And like that. They say, I'm sorry, ma. You can see me, ma, dripping all over. It was this. Was, I don't tell me anything. I don't want to listen to anything. You lazy. As she was shouting, her husband, Mr. Ademola, preparing because he was about to travel for a business trip that would take between 1 and 2 weeks, depending on how the thing went at the final destination. So he was preparing for his trip. So he had the commotion. So he came down and said, what's happening? Sarah explained herself. So he told her, don't worry, just go to the guest room, change, and do your work. So by 8:15, Mr. Demola drove off. By 8:30, Kate was on the phone talking to a young man. Said, the coast is clear now, you can come over. Coast is clear now, you can come over. So by 8:30, a car drove in. And to Sarah's shock and chagrin, it was that same car, that same man that splashed her on her way to work with the muddy water. She was shocked, but she tried to control herself. The man just shot a glance at her and just looked away. Kate met the man at the door, gave him a peck, and gave him a warm hug. Then instructed Sarah, prepare breakfast table for two. Sarah went to the kitchen to prepare. But she overheard them discussing. And saw that, so it's a mutual discussion. And when they were at the table, she prepared the breakfast quickly. I told you they had microwave, they had things in the freezer. While they were at the table, He saw him bringing some bottles out of his bag because he came with a weekend bag, like a small traveling bag, and said, well, this is what you would be putting in his meal. It will not have direct effect. It will take about a week for it to take total effect, and no traces will be found in his blood. What? So Sarah had that no, because she still had to be doing her cleaning as if she's dusting, and because it's a duplex, only three of them are in the house now. So whatever was said could be amplified by echo from the wall. So she had. She said, what? 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 Unfortunately, by 9 o'clock, Kate called Sarah and said, Sarah, come here. Well, you can go now. I think you've done enough. There's food in the freezer, isn't it? And you have done the major cleaning. At least you cleaned yesterday. No area is very dirty. And you had also washed the clothes. The few ones, leave them. You can go now. Please go and take your bags and go. Say, let me do some other things upstairs. Say, no, don't bother. Just go. And note, once you go, don't bother to come back. Say, madam, what? Say, go. Don't bother to come back. Why, ma? What did I do? I'm sorry if I've offended you. I'm sorry. Forgive me. So I said, don't come back. Your work is done. I'll tell my husband that I've relieved you of your duty. I think I'm capable now. I'm better off now. I'm stronger now. I can manage by myself. So after all the play by Sarah could not get any positive response, she went to the girl's room, packed her bag. But from what she saw, she suspected that Mr. Demola's life is likely to be at stake. From what she heard, from what she saw, that this man is likely to be a man friend, and they are plotting to kill Mr. Demola. So as she was approaching the gate, she quickly put a call to Mr. Demola. Say, excuse me, sir, please, can I have a word with you? Please, sir, please, sir. Say, Demola said, what is it? She now narrated what she saw and what she heard. So Mr. Demola said, okay, please stay out of the house, go home and rest. I will contact you later. So Sarah went home, but she was restless, praying that God should spare Mr. Demola's life. Why? Because Mr. Demola had been good to her. Apart from paying her very well, he was paying her the money they pay a graduate in a standard corporate office in Lagos. So, and also because they were aware during the interview, they knew that she already has 2 children, a boy and a girl. And with the cost of things in the country, to be able to take care of the house and the school children, their school fees, they used to give her some other bonuses to assist. So the man had been good to her. So this is like a benefactor being murdered just like that, or about to be murdered just like that. So we put a call and he responded. So Mr. Demola just told the driver to turn back. He went to the police station that take care of the neighborhood, discussed with the DPO, said, excuse me, sir, this is it. And incidentally, he already has a CCTV installed in the sitting room, in the dining area, and also upstairs. Though the only place he didn't put is in the bedroom and in the bedroom for privacy. But every other place had very powerful video cameras that can record both the picture, the video, as well as the audio. So he just took his tab and his phone and clicked to the CCTV, and he was able to see the scenario himself. So he informed the DPO, please, I need your assistance. I need at least 2 officers to follow me. So they got to the house by 9:30, and because he had his own set of keys to the house, he got inside the house with police officers. And by the time they got upstairs, they found Kate and the man in a compromising state in the man's bedroom. The man just said, what? What is this? So the police officer now checked the man's bag. Since he had already seen the thing in the CCTV that covered the dining area, I was showing the ampoules of the poisons, the narcotics. So this is it. With the audio captured with the things. So the search is traveling back and he saw those drugs. That's how the man was arrested with Kate. Attempted murder, planned like that, with the audio. That's how they were arrested. Deadly conspiracy. So by 9:15, all that one was done. By 10 o'clock, Mr. Ademola put a call to Sarah. Say, Sarah, thank you so much for what you've done. Your work is restored back. Please report to the house normal time tomorrow. So Mr. Ademola had to reschedule his business meeting. Why? Because his life has just been saved. So he needs to recover. To replace the thing in his mind. So he rescheduled the business meeting for 72 hours. And his partners understood. He just said some things came up at home that needed this optimal attention. So they should just give him that. And he didn't give them the details. So that's how Mrs. Ademola. And incidentally, on the long run, Sarah later became the new Mrs. Ademola after some months later, because after I decided to take care of the home, and Mr. Ademola knows that he needed a wife, so he just processed the divorce paper from Kate, which were now incontrovertible because of the evidences on the ground. So the court had no objection, but this is a murderer that was caught in the act. So the marriage has to be annulled. So after that one was settled, Mr. Ademola now proposed to Sarah. So from being a maid, she now became the madam of the house. She accepted with joy because the man had been a boss, a mentor, a guide, and a carer for her and her 2 children. The man chose to accept them, the children and Sarah. That's how we call it, the twist of fate. Share your comments. Thank you for listening, and God bless you till we meet again. Any lesson you learn, please share. God bless you.